Dobre rano, everybody. Good morning, and welcome back to Strange Antiquities. I think we're going to beat this game pretty soon. I'm not sure how long is left, so maybe a short stream. We'll see, though. We're going to play it till the end, then Deconstruction Simulator a little bit later. I didn't know how much time we had, so we have quite a few trinkets left in the shop, and I assume that maybe this game is all about giving you more trinkets to kind of throw you off, and then also like RNGing a lot of people who come in. So basically you'll get a lot of little antiquities, and sometimes you don't know what to do with them because that person just won't come in that playthrough, and maybe every playthrough will be a little different. This one's good though. I think there is some replayability here too, because you got a couple of A and B decisions. How strange. All right, let's jump back into the game. Good morning, all. Good to see you. Let's go. Day 17, a Saturday. Kitty. The Witherance was a terrible idea. It was only gone. I've only gone and made things worse. I wish Eli was back. He'd know what to do. Some years ago, a friend brought an item to me, a black casket. I learned that it was a dark article. I should have brought it to Eli right then and there, but I knew he would want to destroy it. I'm a collector of things. It seemed too important to allow it to be destroyed, but now I see how naive I was now. This casket is far more dangerous than anything I've come across before, and now I hear they are looking for it with their black eyes. Ooh. Either I need to keep them out of the museum, or bring this casket here to Strange Antiquities and hide it in one of its secret places. Did we end with this guy last time? I don't remember. I thought somebody else was here. A dead Viviant? Or a Lunima? Dread Vivant. Mm-hmm. Is the only way to handle some of the more dangerous artifacts that can siphon power away from oneself for a time. The power rising up off a Dread Viviant is subtle, but noticeably invigorating. These objects represent the balance of life and death, good and evil, hope and despair. I think it's that skull with the flower. Life would be the flower, death would be the skull, good and evil would be the gold and the black. And it says there's some power coming off of it. What's the other one? A Lunima? Also called Moon Pool or Heart of Tranquility, harness the power of the elements to create an aura of unease. They can be used to keep people away from the place they are not welcome. There's a superstition among thaumaturges that say a Lunima should not be used when the moon is full. It's not known where this idea came from. Why? Okay, both seem dangerous. Power of the elements. So it could have all the elements? Hmm. Well, I think that's the dread vivant. So I'm going to mark that as such. Maybe. Maybe it is. I'll mark that as red because I'm not sure. Okay, power of the elephants, yes. Power of the elephants. That's seasons. Oh, that symbol is on what's his name too. That's his ring, the big guy. Horus or whatever. I don't think we have anything that has all the elements. It would have to be 4. And that's like rain and lightning. That's weather. And those we know. It's got to be something unlabeled. Oh, we know what this is too. Isn't this the, Well, I guess I don't need to label it, but we know what it is. The big guy, the Hulk, yeah. Kind of. Moon pool. Moon pool could be made of silver. That's also a material of the moon. We're kind of running out of stuff. That's made of tin. Alright, maybe I'll put all of our unknown stuff in the same area finally. Let's put these plants down here. And that thing was called a Pope Square or something? A couple of things we've used I didn't label. Put those two next to each other. All right, I'm going to grab everything we haven't yet identified over there. Wait. Tin. We know what that is, like a Renaissance compass or something. There's not too much left. We don't know. This one we're unsure about. Put that there. Okay, so these three we've used and are just unlabeled. I'll have to give them 2 shelves so we can actually see everything. Getting all neat and tidy so we can see what we're doing here. we go. Anything else unlabeled? So this here, that's our spot. There are known and unknown knowns, yeah. And then there are gnomes. Know what I'm saying? So I think that's it. And we don't have any more puzzles, do we? That's about the Bishop Square. Okay, so I should label that. It wouldn't let me label it. Oh, the Bishop Square we can't label, so like we can't sell it. Okay, so the Bishop Square we're just not able to label. Now I forgot what the vessel was. Whaling vessel or something? I think it ended with vessel. Spirit Vault, I think that's it. Okay. Alright, that should do it for labeling. So yeah, all we have to work with is here. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss anything. Plants are smushed. Well, they really smush things together. Those plants have like no chill. Maybe I should put them up here so they don't die. Alright, speaking of dying, yeah, I don't know. So I think we know what the dread vivant is, but a lunama, which makes sense with the moon, with the lumina, or whatever, luna or whatever. I think Luna is the moon or something. Let's see. There's a superstition among thaumaturges that says that a lunama should not be used when the moon is full. It's not known where this idea came from. So the moon would be pink. Oh, is there another necklace between the deer and goat fingers? Oh yes, thank you. The skull. Good one. Maybe I was trying to avoid that one subconsciously. Wood and green, okay. And a red thing. A black gem with red fleckles. Okay, well, now we gotta start testing things. Nothing interesting. Seems to pierce the soul, that thing. Sharper than it looks. Oak and gold. Sense of being watched. Oh yes, the statue with holes in it too, thank you. Yep, that thing, yep. We have so many things, thank you. You are correct. So that was like air, earth, fire, and water. Oh. Wait, that would have all the elements, right? Is it made of silver? A feeling of disquiet lances through my body. What is disquiet? Made of stone and gold. But that does cover the elements thing they were talking about. Well, not elements, but like, well, yeah. Like in Fifth Element. Harness the power of the elements to create an aura of unease. Is that what the disquiet is? They could be used to keep people away from places they are not welcome. But don't use it during a full moon. I mean, it feels better than the other option, which was dread. No, maybe not. Life and death, good and evil, hope and despair. I mean, I feel like that's this, you know, flowers are like usually for hope and whatnot, and skulls are usually bad. Although this could be the moon one too, right? But that's the sisters. Or triple goddess or whatever. Gives me goosebumps, but that's made of tin. This is made of gold with nothing. Disquiet means a sense of worry and unease. Okay, that would make them want to leave, I think. I'm not seeing any more items we missed. I think everything has a label. Oh, except for these cups down. There's some mugs down there, but those are fine. Those I got. I think we're good on collecting stuff. I see it all labeled, so I think we're okay. This was also the symbol used in the vault. This one warns not to use it in moonlight or whatever. If we don't know what that means, I think we should go with this. Hope that's it for the dread. Vivant, what would be hilarious if it's the Lunima? Alright, cool. Hope that was the right option. The Light of Cochrane. Despite appearances, these Noctic items have no connection to the League of the Amphesian Heart. They are objects of considerable power that can turn darkness to light, fear to joy. Okay, that was correct. There's an uneasy quiet in the town today. There aren't many people out and about. I'm heading straight home as soon as I'm done with my deliveries. Okay, sir. I've recently come into possession of a number of texts on the subject of arcane artifacts. You're welcome to them if they are of any use to you. If I don't hear from you, then I'll donate them to the library across the street. Library across the street. One of these homes. Several of the scrolls look promising, but they're written in the Dredaic script, and my understanding is too rudimentary to make use of them. If Verona was around, I'm sure she would translate them, but she isn't, and I can't. Well. We do have this. That we identified that before. Didn't we identify this when that guy used it at the portal? Isn't that the League of the scar on the face of the doctor lady? I don't know. She's had a claw mark for a while. I don't know what that means. It's different than like this one group that's supposed to have two fingers pushed into their face. The effect of the Babelia makes my head spin, and I close my eyes tight for a moment as my mind catches up. The pages swirl and blur in front of me, letters and words floating in and out of focus. After a time, I feel that I can read them, though it takes some effort, and I feel drained as I reach the end. Water's shadow and something else, Beck. Oh, that guy stuck in a wall. It's alleged that the water's shadow can be used to pass through solid matter, but the art has long faded from memory. The items themselves are often uninteresting, producing only a faint thalamic field, perhaps as a result of going unused for so many years. With all that's been happening in Undermere, I picked the worst week possible to lose my Brihik charm. I hope you have one that I can replace it with. Bum, bum. Powerful item that offers hope in times of worry, protection in times of darkness, wisdom in times of uncertainty. It wields the power of the maiden, the mother, and the crone, the Wiccan triple goddess. Well, it could be that necklace we have. So protection and wisdom. It wields the power of the maiden, mother, and the crone, the triple goddess. Yeah, we'll play more Town to City tonight. on our schedule. Let's see. Just a green gemstone. Triple goddess right there. Did they mention like what? Hope and protection or whatever? Well, this is the symbol of the triple goddess, but what are the green gemstones for? Stone of Earth and Nature. I'm thinking it's this, ma'am. Good. Resembles the symbol of the triple goddess, yep. Egg roll. Vessel of the earth used in various Daedric rituals. Vessel of the earth, that's got to be the clay pot. And the pot. ARGYLL. Argel. Pretty sure that's it. Eli White is back. Sorry, I did not intend to be away for so long. I trust the shop has not been too much trouble to look after in my absence. I have learned a lot from my time in Oxford. There's a powerful dark article here in Undermere called the Nail and Casket. And now you're telling me that my foolish halfwit of a brother has had it in his museum the whole time. I know how to destroy it, but it's not going to be easy. Whatever happens, it must not be opened. We will need to create a pillar of Claris. From what I gather, such a feat has not been attempted in over 500 years. I just hope there's enough time to prepare. I'm afraid I can't stay, but I'll be back as soon as I can. Why didn't this guy just text me? Send a text. Pillar of Caloris is a powerful blast of energy that can consume the darkness. In my opinion, it is the safest way to destroy powerful dark articles. It can only be produced at a place of significant atomic convergence Strength and weakness, light and darkness. Align the opposing powers at opposing compass points. With Cochrane's light, the strong will be made weak, and the dark will be made light. So we'll need a Cochrane's light in order to find this or something? Can only be produced at a place of significant atomic convergence. So we gotta find a place to go make that? Carrick's candle. Cochrane's light. Cochrane's light. Corchin? Corchin's light. So what is Corchin? Ossic ring. Could be that pendant with the snakes on it. Some say they can hear the unearthly hiss when they hold the ring up to their ear. So it could be related to this, but that ring is this. Does this have thalamic power or whatever? Wait, that's all of them. Convergence, though. Strength, weakness, light, and darkness. Align the opposing powers at opposing compass points. What? I don't know what they mean by convergence. Oh yeah, Town and City. Yep, we'll play that tonight. Exclamation point schedule. Okay, let's see. Can only be produced. We have to make one. I wonder if that means we need to convert something to something else. But I don't know how we can tell on the map, like, where that type of place is. Could also be underground. At opposing compass points. Align the opposing powers at opposing compass points. Strength, weakness, light, and darkness. I'm not sure. What are our thoughts here, chat? I wonder if I can go to POIs to learn about them. Like, what's the eye? Strange arrangement of rocks resembling the Stonehenge site, but on a smaller scale, arranged with purpose. Though what the purpose was remains a mystery. The locals call it the eye. There's nothing to see here. Okay, so we can go to these places without consequence. The pit. The pit is a scorched black hole, perhaps 5 meters in diameter, that has an unnatural look to it. A rough wooden fence has been erected around it, but it has not been maintained in some time, and it's broken and collapsed in places. Nothing grows in a wide circle around the gaping chasm. The earth is brown and lifeless. Sounds like an impact site for something. What about the bleak stones? Bleak stones stand in their circle in quiet defiance of time. Once home to witchcraft and rituals, now abandoned, silent, and still like the surrounding lake, there's magic here. I can feel it, but nothing left for me to uncover. So multiple stone circles. The quarry. Relatively recent addition to the town. It was opened by a man named Thomas Pope just over a decade ago and has been in daily operation ever since, supplying limestone for construction across the county and beyond. Right back where I started. I was standing here the whole time. Okay, I think whatever we need, before we go forward, we need to find out what this item is. And if we're going to find out what the item is, we need to figure out a place where these things converge. But I have no idea how to do that. I'm stumped as to what we need to do. Damn, these plants gobbling my stuff up. I'll put the papers over there. I think we're done with the Bishop Square. Oh, and that's done as well. Ah. Okay. Place of significant taumic convergence. Like, where do those powers converge? Align the opposing powers at opposing compass points. Do they mean the resonance compass? Because that only detects 3 items. Unless now we have a 4th. That's the same. That's new. That also has resonance too. You think we have to wait? Okay. Alright, we'll wait then. Because that seems to have 5 items. I was hoping that maybe those would give 4 opposing things. So light and dark and strength and weakness. Alright. Oh, sorry, Katie. I've had my energy drained by some disturbing evil power. For days I felt tired and frail, and then today I found something that horrified me. She sounds cursed. Beneath my bed I discovered a carved wooden effigy with a strange symbol painted upon it. I don't know who has done this, but to me all I want for now is to lift this feeling of weakness. Alright, let's get you a gym membership, ma'am. Let's see. Choking. Skin is pale. Sensation of... what was that? Drowning? Burning. Poison the mind. Vivid nightmares. Tongue. Hallucinations. Okay, she sounds cursed, but there's nothing on that curse. I want to lift the feeling of weakness. Okay, so I think we should give her something for strength. Although I wish she would give me the effigy. We did have something on strength that we didn't give to that other lady. No, we did give to that lady. It was Morgan's Folly we didn't give her. And the strength thing was called... wait, Corvin's Might. Oh, no, not that. It was this thing, I think. Fortinance. Or restore strength that has been sapped by a hex. Yeah, okay, good. Ma'am, can you give me the other thing you had? Okay. I guess you threw it out. Uh-oh, snake symbol. I would like a blood beck. The nameless ones are restless. I am ready to hear their voices. Blood beck. That's new. We just got a page on that. Blood beck. It was once thought that these objects could be used to commune with the dead, but it is now widely believed that such a thing is not possible. It is not known where the strange voices that emanate from a blood beck originate, but there are some who believe they are the voices of the nameless gods. Voices that emanate from a blood beck. Voices. What is this? Oh, you have all your documents right here. Oh, I had no idea. That's cool. It keeps every paper in the game. Right, so voices from a blood beck. I think I scanned all these things. It didn't make a noise. Oh. I hear low chanting when I hold it to my ear. Well, there you go. That's probably your blood back right there. Well, that seems to be right. Seems correct. Corchena? These are used to call on the guile and wisdom of the goddess Corchen. She's a goddess of earth, creation, and rebirth. It is maintained by some that these are not objects of power, but they exude an imposing aura. It's hard to explain. I think we do have one thing that emanates power. That was kind of weird. Kitty. Next. Ah. Eli's brother, Thaddeus. I went to move the casket, but it's gone. What do we do? I heard Eli's back in town, but he hasn't come to see me, and if he's not here, then I don't know where to find him. Uh-oh, somebody took the casket. God, what do we do? Why not, dude? Call him. Okay, I guess not, kitty. End of day 12. 57. Day XV double I. End of Rocky 4. It is festered and pulsated until it can no longer be contained. Some part of it reached out from the darkness, creating eyes so that it might find itself, and hands so that it may open itself. The casket wanted to be open. Oh, damn, that's what they were talking about the whole time. That was the casket, bro. Yeah, end of day, what, 17? What the hell could possibly be next? That looks like books. Yep, I was right. Oh, it's got a symbol there. I lie below books and scrolls and the esoteric and arcane. What is that symbol? Circle with a line through it. I lie below books and scrolls on the esoteric and arcane. Could simply just be the library. But what else might have books? Could also be in the... Actually, that could be in here. Does he have a study? Oh, he has a library. What is that symbol? Like it could just simply be below a floorboard in the library. Anything in the catacombs? I know there was a book in there. There it is. I don't think that's it though. So either it's the library at the manor or it's the... a library somewhere, and I don't think it's this library. Although it might be worth going back there again because it is a POI. The Woodsworth Library is a quiet haven of books and knowledge. Its shelves well stocked and well kept, a place where time slows with every turn of a page. The librarian Simone sits at the desk, her focus fixed on her work, as always. I found some old books that dig into history of strange antiquities, she says without looking up. It's very old, you know. Well, be sure to visit if I uncover anything useful. Let's go to the library at the mansion. Entering the library, I'm drawn to a dark alcove round to the right, bearing the title Esoterica and Arcana. I'm sure there's much to learn here, but sadly, a cursory glance is all I have time for today. Piled up on a reading desk, I find books of ornithology alongside bestiaries of the old world. You can learn a lot about a person from what books they read. Why does this look so weird? There's a magnifying glass looking... There's a round room, and there's a magnifying glass in the upper left corner. But that's what we were looking for. Esoteric and Arcana. Where's that card? Round staircase, L-shaped room. Well, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so that's the library, but in this case they put it like facing westwardly. Well, if this is the first floor, it would be under the... Okay, so it's probably on the first floor below it, like literally. I lie below, so... And it looks like it'll be right here. So that would be this room here? Or here? I think it would be this room because it's flush with the stairwell on the right. It's got to be that room. Yep. As I open the door, I'm hit by the smell of musty smell of damp. The room hasn't been entered for some time. The corner of the room is piled high with scrolls of parchment of old books, but underneath the debris I find something interesting. Hell yeah. Ooh. That is the sun. Oh, that's interesting. Can that rotate? Polished. Weathered. A turquoise. I think that's water. And then what color is that? Is that yellow? Gold? Painted markings. Piece of driftwood. Oh, that could be a shin, I believe. Common items are made using materials with a connection to the ocean. They began as superstitions, simple objects made by sailors and fishermen to keep their boats safe. But with the help of the old thaumaturges, they became something more, and many lives were saved. Well, the driftwood thing makes sense. I believe that is a shin or possibly a forearm. I'm not sure. Bazing. All right, I'll put that up there. Down to just a few items left. And then we keep gathering new ones all the time. What's up, Lid? Welcome back. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Was that the... Oh, Eli's back. Dude, your brother was looking for you. The museum was ransacked last night. Chat, damn it, did you go to that museum? I went looking for my brother, but he's nowhere to be found. Oh, no. The good news is they didn't find what they were looking for. I moved the casket myself and hid it here in one of Strange Antiquities' vaults. It's safe for now, but we can't leave it here for long. I have more to prepare, but I left instructions on how to access the vault in the desk drawer. You want me to go get it now? Okay. Candle that gives off no light. An anchor that has never been touched. That has never touched the ocean. A finger, but not of flesh. Okay. I think that's this. An anchor that has never touched the ocean. That's that spirit anchor thing or whatever. Spirit. Not vault. Damn, what was that thing that that guy wanted? It was that Jedi-looking guy came in looking for it. No. Damn, anyone remember what that was? It was something that, like, that guy was like diving into a portal, but he was like keeping his body in, like, here. What was that? Shadow hold? No. Gray's Grace. No, it couldn't be that. Shadow anchor. Did it have anchor in the name? Shadow anchor. There it is. Yeah, projecting one's presence outside the body. That is right. Yep. Okay, well, now I don't remember what the hell that looked like. Shadow anchor. Oh, that's it. Okay. And then these things need to quit pushing my books around. A finger, but not of flesh. Witch's finger, but that might be of flesh. Said to be severed digits of the Witch of Undermere. Capable of inflicting intense pain. Well, that's made of flesh, though. Finger not of flesh. Butterfingers, yeah. The witch's finger is the tree branch. Is it? Tree in the background hints at that. High Green Church, home of the witch. Does that mean the tree? Severed digits of the Witch of Undermere. Are we sure? Because this thing has... That's a witch's symbol there, but then what's up with the nighttime symbol? Could it be the finger with the serpent around it? Well, it can't be made of human flesh. And that's of human flesh. And I think we know what that is already. We use that and it's something else. It would make sense that that could be called the witch's finger because it's kind of like a hand. The only thing I want to verify though is that moon. Why the moon? It kind of makes sense because this is a home of the witch, and that's like the only other thing there is the tree. But that is like a Christian or Catholic church. That doesn't matter. What matters here is the witchiness. What the hell's the white paint for? That's the moon. I'll give it a shot. It seems possible. Correct. Okay. Have I been to the church? Yes. Although I don't know if we can go to that church. I don't know if that one's on the map. We can go check. We can check it out though to see. Maybe there's a clue there. So that's the casket they wanted. That's the thing that they were talking about the whole game. Wow, that's it. The big item. It's going in the no-no box. Okay, check mark next to that. Sweet. Okay, let's just check that church real quick. It was called the Church of Green Church. High Green Church. Number 4. Church is old and the roof is in need of repairs. Moss and lichen add splashes of color to otherwise gray exterior. I wander around to the back of the church where an old yew tree grows. Ah, that's the clue, is that's made of yew. Its gnarled branches scratch gently against faded gravestones in the breeze. The pastor strays into my moment of quiet reflection and imparts some local lore. The tree is known as the Witch of High Green Church, and there are those who believe it is to have unnatural powers. While the tree lives, the witch's fingers cut from the limbs are alleged to provide healing through pain. Well, there you go. Wrapped to the casket has a bear in it. No, don't you start. Don't you start. Okay, cool. We solved that. Oh boy. The lake has turned black. As omens go, I'd say that's one, probably quite a bad one, but the mail won't deliver itself. Maybe there's an oil leak. I found this note in an old writing desk up at Gleaston Castle. I expect it will mean more to you. In fear in autumn, rising in winter. It all feels too precedent as we hurtle towards winter and a terrible unknown fate. EB. Fear in autumn, rising in winter. Oh boy, here we go again. Symbol for fear. X with the line through it. You say fear in autumn, rising in winter? Uh-huh. Fear in autumn. Rising in winter. The library again? Oh, this room. That particular room? I searched the room as a foot of the western tower quite thoroughly before finding a stash of papers. To my dismay, they are largely the scrawlings of a madman, but in amongst the nonsense there is some valuable information. Oh wow, Storm Ward. And some other things. Game just keeps going, man. That's cool. Alright, that's solved, I guess. Ah, Barton is back. I have discovered the missing piece of the puzzle. There is an ancient shrine to the nameless gods at the skull of Blanchthra. It seems humanity tried worshipping them once long ago, before we learned how little they care for us. We must take the casket there. Whatever happens, we must not allow it to be opened. Oh, is that the converging point? Nameless gods at the skull of Blencathra. I have no idea where that is. Can you tell me more, dude? Nope. And backs away slowly and just leaves. Thanks, man. Dude, I know where we gotta go. We gotta go here, bye. Where's here? Wait. Could be a nickname for another area. I'm sure Eli will tell us more later. Kitty. Oh, Eli, there we are. It's time to end this. Now. Bring the casket to the pit. That's the skull? Wait, Eli, we have so many more charms. Look, bro. I'm not done. Look at the charms. I think it's all RNG as to who comes and asks for what. Like, I feel like if we played through this again, there would be a few charms that might not show up, or people who might not even ask for them over others. Bring it to the pit. Are you for real? For real? Are we ending this for real? Now, wait a minute. We got two different, like, requests. One said to bring it to the skull, the other one said to bring it to the pit. Wait, is the skull this thing? That's that creature that guy slayed. Ormond? No. Oh man, what was that guy's name? Wait. Are we just going to drop it into this pit? That doesn't seem like a good idea. I think we're getting contradictory endings here. Like the more complicated one. I don't know. It's not Churnos. It's There we go, this guy. Holgar wielding his twin axes, Wolfsong and Fearbringer. Oh. There's a vast skull in the catacombs said to be that of the beast Blencathra. Okay. So we either bring it to the catacombs. Alright, we need to look over. I think we got 3 options. Barton with the eye patch. This guy says to bring it to Blencathra. There's an ancient shrine to the nameless gods at the skull of Blencathra. It seems humanity tried worshipping them once long ago before we learned how little they care for us. We must take the casket there. Whatever happens, we must not allow it to be opened. Or Eli. Time to end this now. Bring the casket to the pit. Or there was one random note that says... Align the opposing powers at the opposing compass points with... This is something else. We should probably do this before we go to what seems to be one of 2 endings. Throw it in the pit. Or bring it to the cave. With that giant creature. Keep reading about Holgar? Okay. There's a vast skull in the catacombs said to be that of the beast Blencathra. Holgar's followers believe that when he slew it, he trapped its soul along with its power in the item known as the Wraith Chamber. Heart chambers are based on this mythical object, but they have morphed over time as a way to keep those dear to us after death. Okay, now wait a minute. So that's what that thing could be, is a Wraith Chamber. Which is interesting because it's kind of like the soul vessel thing or whatever. He trapped its soul along with its power. Okay. Holgan Grim. These eerie creations are worn by priests of Holgar in various rituals relating to death and the afterlife. Sacrament to ask for his protection, Wolfsong's truth to seek his judgment. Path of the warrior to help the dead find their way. Priests of Holgar. So it is kind of a religion. Strength, weakness, light, darkness. I don't know. Where the hell is this? Where is this place? We should probably do that thing before we decide. This is like the last final. This is the ending. Katie. The Relic Hunter. The Curator. The Thaumaturge. Well, I think somebody kidnapped the librarian. Somebody kidnapped, or they're going to sacrifice this dude, Eli's brother. Alright, what are our ideas? Where do we find this thing? Pillar of Claris. I don't think we have anything on that. No. No. All right, well, we read about Holgar. Where do we find this? What do we do? Where do we go? Align the opposing powers at the opposing compass points. Like, do I put 4 things in the corner of the store? Like here, 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 and here? I don't know. I don't know if that's what they're asking for. Throw me a frickin' bone here. What are our thoughts, chat? How do we find this? Where do we go? I feel we're gonna need that, like, in the final battle. It'll probably be a multi-part thing where we, like, put an item in the story. The Pillar of Light might be the name of a spell cast using artifacts of opposing powers. We're so close to something. Yeah, the compass points to like 5 items that have resonance, but I don't know what that means. Resonance, I think, might be different than this thing. I say go to the pit. I don't know, I feel like we're missing an item, but in the interest of just finishing the game, I guess. Then we'll go to the pit. Barton wants us to go to the creature in the caves. Maybe re-release that creature. I hope we get the good ending. I want things to work out. But not having this item is a problem. Damn it, I wish I could save. Alright, well, forget it. Let's go to the pit. I think it's more complicated than that. We need a different item. We're gonna regret this. Safest way to destroy powerful dark articles. Bro, that's what we need to do. We need to destroy this casket. We need to Jumanji this thing. Chat, we need to do this. We need to destroy it. We can't just throw it in the pit and hope it's good. Like, we can't go to the end of the game and just... Alright, I know we're supposed to do something with this. I just don't know what. Maybe if we go to the pit, he'll be like, hey, before we do this, you need to bring the thing there. Have you found the item that the note with the woman refers to? I don't know what that means. we get a lot. I get a lot of love letters from the ladies. What lady? And what am I looking for? The only letter we're looking at that we haven't solved, I think, is this one. Baptism ceremony. Warrior god performed by a blood priest in spring. In spring, a charm of green growth. In summer, a pendant of yellow sun. In autumn, instrument of the red night. In winter, a totem of blue fire. Wait. Green, yellow, red, and blue. Charm of green growth. Pendant of the yellow sun. Charm, pendant, instrument, totem. That seems like another ending, maybe. Or this could be a clue of the opposing things. Alright. What else, Jack? Come on, we gotta put that brain power together. We're at the end. We don't want to just lazy out and go for the bad ending and then just regret it. If we can get this, we can pull through. Let's get a hand in. Helmet's not a chair. Stone circle. That could be the significant area of thaumaturgeness, but I don't know if or thalamic powers, but there were two of them, though. There were two areas like that. But I also hope by bringing these items... Man, there could be like 4 endings. One going here and summoning something. Going to the beast... I mean, I trust Eli because he's smart. He's the main guy. This is where the game needs to have like a... I should go find the save file and just pull that out because it'll auto-save over it. Pendant of the yellow sun. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Okay, there's 3 main endings. On day 17, you'll receive a note about creating a pillar of Caloris from Eli. You need to create this pillar on day 18 after getting the casket, then go to the pit. Okay, we're missing an item to be able to do that. Okay, there's Audrey's ending, which is the lady who's wearing that red outfit, and she came to us looking for a strength totem. To get her ending, you must give her the strength totem when she comes to your shop on day 12. On day 18, after getting the casket, go to the bleak stones. And then we need 4 items for spring, summer, autumn, and winter. When prompted, place down the Nalian casket and then choose either your St. Cedric's Thunder or Corvin's Might. If you're achievement hunting, pick Corvin's Might for the Bleak Stones achievement. Barton Potter's ending, that's the dude who wants us to go to the catacombs. Go to the giant skull on the bottom right in the catacombs. When prompted, place down the casket and then use the Draedris link in the Cyrene ward. If you want that 4th ending achievement in Steam, you'll need to find the Heart of Strange Antiquities. What the hell? So there's 3 main endings and like a secret one. Apparently there's a day 19 epilogue if we do one extra thing. There's a secret ending. Ooh. Oh, I knew this. Yes. Within your book, there are 3 artifact pages marked with an X. I saw that in the damn book. You must complete the secret ending on day 18 because it'll take place of any of the main endings. You've completed an ending prior to this one. You cannot start from the beginning of day 18. I saw the black X's. That's what we should get. We should do that because I noticed it. Hold on. I think we should do the secret ending that I noticed. Put the skull mask on the cat. Okay. Better not give us a horrible ending. It won't work. Okay, I noticed in the book that there were a bunch of X's on things. I think we should do that. Damn it, I want to see all the endings, but, you know. So one's the Eli ending with the pit. One's the creature ending with Barton, and one's that lady ending out of the bleak stones out on that island. And we don't have all the items, but we can get them. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm just going to follow the steps in the interest of time. I did notice in the book, though, that there's a black X next to everything, and if we follow those clues, it tells us to go to these places. So I'm going to do that. Grave is old and worn. There was an inscription once, but it's too faded and crumbled to read. We gotta use the candle to reverse time. Candle brings the past into focus, and I'm able to read the inscription on the tomb. Arthur Ambrose, proprietor of Strange Antiquities. Ooh. Beyond the veil, in the dark, beats the shop's forbidden heart. Bring protection for thy mind. Gain against the horrors you might find there. Take sweet breath to clear the tainted air. Stay wakeful, 'tis death to slumber there. Okay. Okay, so then we need the item. Okay, so the first X is to tell you about that clue, or to give you the clue. Then there's the combo. Did it? Okay, that hints at 3 items. So that's the thalamic needle, the spire, and then it wants the Babella. Yes. Ooh, here we go. So there was a guy even smarter than Eli who knew about these charms and things. Oops. Damn it. There. Oh, that's great. Well, I don't know which one to pick now. Clock's still rotating. Will this, like, move or anything? Well, let's do... $10, $12, and 5. Wait, that's not 5. Oh, I had that one. Wait, is that... That's 4 or 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. That's it. Oh, there's more? All right, this is what was on his tomb. What the hell's this? Like wires back here? Oh, it's like pumping blood. What the hell? This was so sneakily hidden in the book, damn it. It's evil. Okay, so they mentioned that we need protection of the mind. Sweet breath to clear the tainted air. And stay wakeful. So sleep charm to stay awake. Sextrum for the horrors that we may find, like that one lady said. She was going into the catacombs too. I think that's the sextrum, okay. Sweet breath to clear the tainted air. Isn't that this plant from Strange Antiquities? Alright. Oh boy. What the hell? Hi. Master Thaumaturge. Complete the game without using hints. Oh. I've entered the heart of the shop. I am a part of Strange Antiquities now. I flow with the thermic energy of 1,000 years. I am at peace. Ending 4, Heart of the Shop. I feel its rhythmic pulse. I am enveloped in its warm embrace. What the fuck? That resolved nothing. I wanted to save the world, not become part of the shop. Why the hell was it? That guy was buried there. He did what? Oh, what the hell? God damn it. Okay, that's the problem with these games, is like none of the endings are overly satisfying. That was the cop-out ending. The lake is black. 3 opposing forces are trying to fight for power. There's the crazy cult lady, Eli, who's the owner of the shop, who might not know everything, but he's got a good heart. And then Barton, who clearly is trying to summon that beast back for some reason. Dude's trying to summon a beast. Lady's trying to summon a beast. Maybe. What the hell? Wait, there's got to be more. Hold on. There's got to be an epilogue or something. Okay, at least I noticed that in the book. I was like, why are those the X's in the page? And I was correct about that. Can we go back? Okay, we can go back before. I think we can go back before I did it. Okay. No, okay. Okay, so that was like a secret ending. I don't want to become the beating heart. Okay. All right, so that was one of the endings. So actually they save right when you can do all the endings, so that's cool. Okay, so we can see them all. So that was like a secret, hey, pay attention to the book ending, which I saw. And if you follow those pages, it tells you to do those things to find the catacomb, and then he tells you to plug those items in, including the thing from Strange Horticulture. Okay. So next, I think we should do the one that seemed safe next, which was to go to, like, let's trust Eli. He's been trustworthy so far, so let's do his ending. We got the box for him, so let's just head out there and see what happens. Okay, so we got the secret ending. Let's go to the pit. The sun is low in the sky as we arrive at the pit, casting a warm light across the treetops and the open fields. A solitary raven cries out from the tree line, and I look to the skies, but they are empty. The pit itself is an ominous sight. That otherwise serene atmosphere can do nothing to diminish. It's a scorched black hole, perhaps 5 meters in diameter, that has an unusual look to it. The site of a thermic convergence. Oh, that's what we're supposed to do. Okay. It's no simple thing to destroy an object of this kind. We need to set up opposing powers at opposing compass points. Strength, weakness, light, and darkness. Oh good, this is what I was looking for before in the letter. And finally, we need the light of Corchin to bind them. Oh, we need 5 things. Oh, dude, the music. Banging. Okay, so what were they again? Strength, weakness, light, and darkness. Okay, well, we know strength and weakness is this thing and that thing, right? And then light is the sun bond. And what was for darkness? Oh yeah, the cloak that brings darkness. But what do we put in the middle? Dark will be made light. Eli inspects my work. His face shows little emotion, but he seems satisfied. By now, the sun has finished setting, and only a hint of red afterglow remains in the darkening sky. Oh, red afterglow. The raven croaks his mournful cry once again, but this time there's a reply, and then another, and I look up and see several dark shapes circling above. Quickly now, they're here. I spin around to follow Eli's gaze, and my pulse quickens as I look out across the field. A large group of shadowy figures is walking steadily towards us. I can't see their faces at this distance in the low light, but I'd be willing to bet that every one of them has pools of midnight for eyes. In the dark sky above, the ravens continue to grow in number, and their caws and cries get louder and louder. I look down at the black object in my hands, such a small thing, and yet its seductive power, it's impossible to ignore. It wants to be open. Suddenly, it feels inevitable. The casket, now! But I'm not sure I want to give it to him. Ooh. We could either stun lock him, or we could either do the right thing or stun lock him with the Wisik cord. Let's do the right thing. The casket. There you are. The wave of intoxicating power washes over me, but I hold strong against it. I hand over the casket, and together we begin activating the items arranged around the pit. Working fast as we can. It still takes longer than we'd like. When I look up again, the thaumaturge has fears in his eyes. It's not working. He's clutching the light of Corchin, but it is lifeless in his hands. Such a shame. I turn to see the occult scholar. Her eyes are black, and she has a dread Viviant in her hands. Where did she get that from? Not strange antiquities, I hope. She must have been using them to dampen the power of the light of Cochran. We will take the casket now. It will be opened. All around us, the black-eyed mob shrieks and cheers, jostling and shoving and tripping over one another in their frantic race to reach the casket. Those at the front are nearly upon us. All hope is lost. But the thaumaturge thinks faster than I do. He quickly activates the Dradius link and floats out across the pit, clutching the casket. The mob around me pays no attention. They only have eyes for the casket. Eli begins to speak quietly at first, and then rising in volume until he is almost shouting. I am no longer afraid. I am the dirt beneath the ground and the rock below that. I am the dust stretched thin across empty space. I am everything cold and dead and dying. But I am also the heat and the light, the wind, the ice and the fire, the leaves on the trees and the water in the river. I am everything warm, alive, and living. At that moment, Eli looks... he locks eyes with me, and suddenly I understand what I need to do. I charge forward and tackle the possessed scholar. I grapple with her, trying to prise the dread Viviant from her hands, but she's surprisingly weary and strong. We teeter closer and closer to the edge of the pit, and cold fear hits my stomach as I look down into its inky depths. With one last burst of energy, I grab Verona and twist my body, pushing with all my strength. She scrabbles at the bare dirt at the edge, but she's unable to find purchase, and she falls. I'll never forget the look of shocked horror in her face as she plunges into the darkness of the pit. Eli wastes no time. As soon as he's able to, he activates the light of Corchin. Time stands still, and then there is a rush and a roar as swirling vortex of blue-green light races up out of the pit. The full force of it strikes Eli, and he's obliterated by its power. The casket is sent soaring up into the night sky, where it seems to hang for a moment, turning slowly in the air until, with a shrieking, splintering crash, it shatters into 1,000 pieces, and there's nothing but smoke, and the smell of ozone, and all is quiet. Wow, Eli sacrificed himself, dude. Eli's death has hit me hard in the aftermath and the events at the pit. Without his sacrifice, the casket would have surely been open and the devastation and horror unleashed on the world. But it is Verona that keeps me up at night. I've spoken to her daughter Simone, and she does not blame me, but I can't help replaying it over and over in my mind, trying to will a different outcome into existence. I fear I will be forever haunted by it. It has been some small comfort to learn that those who were under the casket spell have been released. They remember nothing from the ordeal, but there seems to be no lingering ill effects from, and Dr. Robertson says they'll all make a full recovery. Wow. Ending number 7. What? A noble death. Oh, I see. The endings must be based on what you do. Oh, okay. Oh, this is a much better ending because it tells you, okay, yeah, we rescued the cat. Simone is alive. Jack Hungerford went insane, which seems to be actually counterintuitive because didn't they just say everybody was released from the thing? He'll never recovered after falling deeper into the trance. His mind is forever broken. Okay, I guess we should have maybe made a different choice there. Okay, so this is like the good ending where evil has been stopped, but we could have did better. Bonnie Robertson is insane. Her thoughts are scattered after being sliced with a diverging hook. They act as if like we couldn't do anything further for these people afterwards. Like, hold on, there was an item that could mend a damaged mind, so that's a litigation. Bonnie, we could have worked on. We had an item to help her mind. Jack Hungerford, that's going to be I'm going to countersuit on that one. Audrey Bell is deceased, murdered by her own bloodthirsty followers when the casket was not opened. But I thought they stopped. Wait a minute, she couldn't defend herself with the strength charm that we gave her, and I thought the curse was lifted. What the hell? Whatever. That's fine. So it looks like there is multiple, so there must be sub endings to the ending. So there's main endings, which seems 4, and then there's like the choice where we could have used that the cord or whatever. So that could have changed that as well. Verona killed by our own hand. It wasn't our hand. It was an accident. They'll need to prove that in court that it was actually me. Okay, let's do it again. Oh, wait. Day 19 epilogue. What the hell? Wait, there's more? Kitty. Tess Sherwood. My father is suffering from Morgan's insanity. His doctors have given up on him, but Dr. Robertson told me there might be a way to save him. She said it might be possible to stop the infection spreading by cutting the poisonous thoughts from his mind, but she said it was beyond her skill. Well, why would that be a question mark? We know that should probably be the hook. Wherever that is. Next. There's an old hermit living out past a Wastwater who barely comes into town. He brings me lists now and then for odd things. This time he wants something that will pull water from thin air. No idea if he's mad or onto something, but I said I'd ask around. Secret ending. This game is layers upon layers of creativity. You managed to save half of them at least? Some of them might have to die. I'm not sure how it goes, but... I feel like some people would have to die. Try the mask on the cat now? Okay. Mask of Jupiter. Lol. Okay, what now? He wants something that pulls water from thin air. Well, there's this thing that makes it rain, I think. Pulls water from thin air. Ma'am, it's raining right now. Can unlock deep wells of anger, channel them into a powerful maelstrom. Do we have anything else that can make it rain? Now, let me try this. You're a bad person. You want something that pulls water from thin air. What's this thing? The Ascus? Maybe that one? Allows us to breathe underwater. So many items we still don't even know what they are. Or whatever. What else do we have that can, like, produce water? Water shadow? Oh, right, we have new stuff. We do have new book entries. Can be used to pass through solid matter, but the art has been long faded from memory. Well, we have new entries, so let's check those. I think we know what those things are. Thing of wisdom. Oh. Lighter than Evocamp I have. They're carried by desert nomads who use them to conjure precious water from the cool night air. There we go. That's what we're looking for, a Manus. Lighter than an Evocant by half. An Evocant. Gotta be a new item. Oh, maybe the damn snake thing. No. Wait. How much is an evocant? An evocant is like slightly heavier than 1. I mean, it's like the only thing that's shaped like a canteen. And desert nomads, aren't those like snakes and stuff? I don't know. It's gotta have something to do with water, though. Isn't that turquoise? That has to do with the water. Well, that's a half, and the evocant is 1, so... And that has to do with water. And they said pull. Pull from the air, right? Or at least she said. Pull water. Well, you pull with a hand. There it is, Manus. That's cool. Sorry, Katie. My lungs are shot. My doctors told me to settle my affairs. But I'm not ready to give up, not yet. I've heard a local story about the Witch of Undermere and her healing abilities. They say it's dangerous and painful, but sometimes it works. Oh, the witch's finger thing? Breath of Lyra. While those affected appear to be able to breathe normally, they feel as though they're choking. The Breath of Lyra. Do we have that? Something for that? Purification of the body, maybe. Maybe. Purification of the body. Don't think that's it, though. Maybe the ascus? It requires one not to breathe at all. I mean, that would be kind of cool if it were that, because then he could just get the air he needs. This will be a partial litigation if it's not this. Partial litigation. Bro wouldn't even have to wouldn't have to breathe. He would just get the oxygen he needed. That is a I think 2 countersuits there. We'll sue Mother Nature and also, well, we'll sue his doctors and him too. So that's a triple whammy. It'll be a counter-class action. It'll be me, but times 3 people per person. So that's 3 times 9. 3 times 3, sorry. So that's 9. No, let's do 3 times 9. Through some arbitrary, weird math. We'll win. We'll just make rules. Make our own rules. It's fine. Alright, we need to be right or we play dice again. Some people say the Witch of Undermere and her healing abilities. Some say it's dangerous and painful, but sometimes it works. Well, that would probably be this thing, right? The Witch's Finger? Yeah. Well, we tried to give him a, you know, a better way, but no. My farm is diseased, my crops won't hold, and even the animals are uneasy. Old man says the earth is angry. He says I should call upon Korchin for wisdom and blessings. Can you help? This land's all I've got. Korchin's blessing? Korchena. These are used to call on the guile and wisdom of the goddess Korchen. She's a goddess of the earth creation or rebirth. Maintain that these are not objects of power, but they exude an imposing aura that is hard to explain. Is that the Korchena thing? Damn it, I didn't really look it up. You think it would be green? Stone of Earth and Nature would just be straight up green. The red pot. I find it unsettling. Are we sure? Otherwise I gotta roll dice with the kitty. And I don't mind that. Korchen was the, I think that is the snakes. Alright, well, let's give it a try. Korchena. Korchen is the serpent goddess, yep. Has an imposing aura, yep. Jade is the earth, yep. Okay. Let's label that for later. Something like that. Next. Martha Chapman. I collect rare artifacts, especially those with questionable uses. A weaving edge has always fascinated me. Don't plan on using it, heavens no. Blood magic, old traditions, I simply must have it. A weaving what now? Weaving edge. Used to enter the red night or a bloodthirsty state of mind. Oh, sure, ma'am. I'm sure you're here for non-nefarious purposes. Tradition dictates that the handles should be made of wood of a great oak. That'd be it right there. Weaving edge. That could be it. Weaving edge. I've read the tales of Calaris from cover to cover. I'm surprised to learn of some of the powers he could wield. Did you know that he could walk through walls? I read that he uses water's shadow, but that we've lost the knowledge of how they work over the years. I don't expect I'll get very far with it, but I'd like to study one all the same. Who knows, perhaps I'll succeed where others have failed. Water's shadow. Produces a faint thalamic field. Also, I don't remember what happened to his brother. Does it tell us if anybody's dead or whatever? It did at the end. She should be dead, but I don't know about this guy. Maybe he just ran away. I don't know. Okay, thalamic field, right? A very faint field. That's pretty strong. This one seems pretty faint. Gus Foley. Been studying old text refers to things hidden beneath the surface of our world. They mention the use of a spirit eye to see beyond the black veil. It's something I'd like to experience for myself. A spirit eye. Wait a minute. Oh, you don't even see that guy wearing the necklace. Anyway, would you want, sir, a spirit eye? Spirit eye. Some who stay away believing them to be a window into a world that should not be seen. Others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstitions. Not clear exactly what they do show beneath. Another layer beneath the visible world, perhaps a layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. Opposing symbols. heat and cold. What was that called again? Spirit Eye? My grandmother followed the old ways. She kept a Druidic altar in the cellar. She believed in asking for nature's blessing before a harvest. Found a note about a ritual meant to bring abundance, but it needs an argyle. Seems like the place to find one. Tommy Brown. I work at the riverbed searching for stones, amethyst jade, maybe even Vivante if I'm lucky. Hard to spot them in the muck. But I heard about those remnants that let you feel the glimmer through the dirt. Worth a shot. You want to be able to feel colors? Yep, we've dealt with that before. Oof, but I can't remember what it was. We gave that to the lady who was having trouble seeing too. Eye of Chernos, maybe? No. Ares Remnant? Ah. Colors and light can be felt through touch. Okay. And you're looking for one of these, sir. Is this day just endless? Oh, Thomas Pope is back. We've hit a bit of a snag and I've had to shut down the quarry. Our dynamite supplier has had a little accident. I'll spare you the details. I wonder, is there anything among your fine collection that you could get us up and running again in the short term? Yes. I'm losing money by the minute. We do have something that can crack rocks. Crack rocks? Yeah, we got some crack rocks for you, sir. But what was that thing called? Gaudian Siren? No. You got the same ending? We got two endings. We got the secret ending first, which I found earlier in the game. I knew I was onto something and I followed that. And then we went down the Eli ending. And now we're in the prologue. Is the prologue just endless, or the epilogue? Is this just endless? But then there's the there's the one to betray Eli with the Wixen cord or whatever. Okay, what's the thing that cracks rocks? Does anyone remember? There was something where it would like emit. Damn, I don't even remember it, man. Can I sort by like some other way to find it? Danger. Curse, change. Oh, maybe that. Change. No. Disease. Guilt, gemstone, earth, maybe? Ah, yes. A pit. Powerful vibrations capable of cracking solid rock. Okay, we got it. There you go, sir. Next. My thesis is on psychology of fear, but books can only take me so far. I need to feel it properly. I'm sure you have something. Yeah, here's a court summons for the IRS for not paying interest and penalties for 8 years. Okay, next. Dude wants to be able to feel fear. No, the other way around. Spirit Eye? Oh, grab some bud. Welcome. Well, I don't think that's it either. And the Zaya thing is... Oh, instill a sense of fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. Made of any single material except wood or clay. Typically have no similar writing upon their surface. And we don't have a Zaya? Dr. Zaya, Dr. Zaya, Dr. Zaya. Zaya or Zaya Frem? Okay. I feel like we had a Zaya before. Oh, this is probably it right here. Feeling of being watched. That's kind of a sense of fear, right? Yeah, let's give that a shot. Yep. I have a feeling this may be endless. I'm not sure. Althea O'Shea. I've been looking into Corvin and the Bloody Queen for a book on historical figures that I'm writing. I'm finding it surprisingly difficult to verify much of her story. I was hoping to take a look at one of the bloodstone artifacts that were created in her name, if you have any, if you have one, of course. Bloodstone artifacts for who now? Corvin the Bloody Queen. Wait, actually it could be under her first name. Oof. I mean, I have one of these. I don't know if I want to give you that, but alright. I'm not trying to hurt anyone, just shift their thinking a little. Sometimes all it takes is a suggestion in the right state of mind. Do you have anything suitable? Yeah. It's that suggestibility one, but I forget what it is. Morgan's Folly. Hidden symbol. My sons are out of control. Jail doesn't teach them anything. A year behind bars and they come back worse. I want them to feel the wrong they've done. Real penance. So that way they might change their ways. There was something about guilt. Binding seed. Okay. Is that the binding seed? No, this is. I feel like this is just endless at this point. When we got the secret ending, the game kind of kicked us back to day 18, and I kind of want to do that again. This feels like this will never end. I don't mind this. Endless mode is good. But I feel like we've done enough now. As lawman snooping around the blacksmith guild, can't have them poke them into parts of the business they're not supposed to. If you catch my drift, need a way to keep them out. Lumina. They could be used to keep people away from places they're not welcome. Didn't we give that to Eli's brother earlier? We have so much stuff I can't even remember anymore. It's all properly labeled for the most part. Man, what was it? The hell is the Lumina? What's up, Hoodie? Stone with the 3 holes. This one? Oh yeah, okay. That's right. I identified that earlier, but I didn't like label it because we didn't need to. Or whatever. Okay, yep. Yep. Okay, next. I'm gonna keep going a little further, but I would rather see the other endings. Fishing vessel, say no more, ma'am. I got you. I don't even need to read what you're saying. I know what you're looking for. What the hell is it? Oh, there it is. Next. So I think these are all the other random people who could have came in on the other days and requested stuff. I'm full of righteous anger. Won't be taken advantage of anymore. It's time to fight back against my tormentor. He's bullied and threatened me all my adult life, and I've had enough. Oh, a little revenge? Okay. Oh, the mailman. Hold on. We're on to something. Rain again. Soaked to the bone before I'm halfway through my rounds. I'm fed up with it. Got a few bob to spare if you know a way to keep me dry. Oh, no. I thought we were going to get a new letter and a new charm. Maybe this is every charm in the game. Maybe. A way to keep you dry. Well, it's probably something we haven't found yet. Storm ward, that sounds about right. Simple items supposedly grant a low level of protection against elements, but the author has personally become soaked to the bone and one too many downpours to trust those claims. They're made of metal and typically bronze or iron. That's probably it right there. Identify all the items. Ascendant Thaumaturge. So that is every item in the game. We've identified every item. I just haven't given them all labels. Oh, now we can end our day. Okay. And with that, I'm done. Time for a well-earned rest, right after I give Jupiter one last scratch behind the ears. Oh, the epilogue is to essentially identify and give out every item. I didn't label everything like this thing, but, I mean, we kind of already used everything. Okay, that's everything. Alright, kitty, love you. Bye. Huh. Oh no, does this start at just day... Oh no, devs, no. When we got the secret ending, it let us go back and do one of the other endings. No, devs, no. Let the player go back to day 18, damn it. Maybe there's a way to do that. Oh, you can. Thank God. Okay. All right, let's replay some of the other endings. We got time. Okay, so we already did... We're going to skip this and just go straight for the endings. Okay, let's go to the... let's go to the catacombs. Do that ending. Or we could try to betray what's his name too. Eli. I wonder if actually like stun locking him and not letting him hover out might give like a better ending. Like it seems like, oh, that sounds like a bad idea, but it might be good. But let's go with Barton. I'm wasting my time here. What? Well, maybe we gotta wait till somebody comes in. Museum was ransacked last night. Yep, yep. Oh, we got to go through the thing of summoning the box again. Oh, I forgot the items for that. Let me look that up quick. Oh, yeah. It was the candle, the anchor, and the finger. Cool. It's called an umbrella. Yeah, I'm tired of getting rained on. Can I get a, yeah. Did I play War Thunder? I have before. I haven't played that game in years. War Thunder's cool, though. I think I've played all those games, like World of Warships, World of Tanks, War Thunder, Armored Warfare, all the popular ones. I don't hear much about them anymore, though. Okay, so toot. I mean, War Thunder's still cool, but nobody I know is like actively talking about playing it anymore. It's not a bad game. Okay, leave. Next, then Barton should show up. Okay, that's the letter about... I forget what's there. Actually, we should go grab the things just in case we need them. I need the room under the library. Okay, that's the shin thing. And then... what was the other thing? This room. Storm ward and all that stuff. Okay. Alright, that's done. Next. Okay, so now let's do the Barton Potter ending. So he wants us to go to the, he wants us to go under the, catacombs. So we're gonna do, like, the other main endings, but we might not get a chance to do, like, the main sub-ending. Right? Alright, here we go. I meet with Barton Potter at the entrance to the catacombs. Ready? You have the casket? I do. This is obviously a bad idea. I show him the small black chest, and his hand moves up to rub the side of his eye absent-mindedly. Smaller than I remember. We begin our descent into the depths, down twisting tunnels and past silent tombs. It's hard going, and we pass the time in thought, only speaking when we need to consult the map. Finally, we've come to a large cavern, illuminated by flickering torches of, is the giant skull of some long-dead beast, huge and terrifying and ominous. The skull of Blencathra. It's too big to have found its way through the tight tunnels, so it's not clear how it got here, but we don't have time to ponder that now. It soon becomes apparent that our journey has only begun. The skull marks the entrance to a new system of tunnels, one that's not marked on our map. We trudge onwards deeper into the earth, trying not to think about the pressing weight of rock above our heads. Stop! He says it so abruptly that I nearly drop the torch in panic. Then I see it, a terrifying chasm in the path ahead. By some trick of the shadows, and with my mind elsewhere, I'd come close to stepping out into nothing. This is going to be tricky. At first, I don't see how we can get past the obstacle. The gap is too big to jump, and attempting to traverse it would be too dangerous. Then I remember the items I have with me. Surely there's something I can make use of. Now we need the levitating thing here. The light changes when you put it by the candle. Oh, you're right. It turns purple near the box. Nice. What was that levitating thing called? Let's see. Had a weird name. I think the Dradius Link. But I forgot what it looks like. Oh, the bird, I think. I activate the levitation field around us and feel an unsettling sensation in my feet as they leave the ground. We float slowly across the chasm, and my heart beats faster in my chest. It's tempting to race across to the other side and feel solid rock beneath our feet again, but a Dradius Link requires a delicate balancing act, and we must be used slowly and carefully. We reach the other side with great relief and continue on our way down the narrow corridor. I'm the first to spot the next obstacles. We approach a bend in the tunnel. I see a flickering orange light, sending shadows dancing across the wall. Peering around the corner, I'm confronted by a bright light that my eyes struggle to adjust to. A wall of intense flame fills the passage from floor to ceiling. An impossible bright yellow-orange fire swirling and billowing and roaring in a place where it should not be. I watch mesmerized for a moment, trying to work out where the fire is coming from before being forced to retreat from the heat. What is it? I explain our hopeless predicament, and as I do, I realize it's perhaps not so hopeless after all. Perhaps there's a way through. Safely on the other side of the fire-filled tunnel, the passageway begins to widen as soon as it opens out into a vast cavern. Ancient stalagmites reach up towards the delicate stalactites that spear down from the ceiling, far from above. It's strangely warm, perhaps heated by the same unnatural fire that we have just come through. It is in the center, sits a dark pool. Black depths are featureless. The flickering torchlight offers no reflection upon its surface. I feel like this is the bottom of the pit. Like, I feel like when we were up top and you look down into the pit, this is at the bottom. So the catacombs, like, are at the bottom of the pit. Like, it makes sense. Blood Cathara's Basin. What do we do now? I'm stunned. I thought he knew what he was doing. We began to explore our surroundings, both of us instinctively staying away from the edge of the imposing dark pool. We scour every corner of the cavern looking for some clue as to how to proceed, but after a lengthy search, we find nothing. My companion is growing impatient. I guess we just throw it in? I'm not so sure about the plan, but before I can react, Barton has grabbed the casket and taken it to the edge of the water. He pauses, contemplating, when suddenly a shuddering vibration rocks the cavern and knocks both of us off our feet. Oh my god, what the hell is that? The surface of the pool swirls and churns as three terrifying appendages burst out from its depths. They are long and black and spiny, and they stab and scrabble at the rock floor around the relic hunter. Barton is stabbed through the abdomen, and a second appendage pierces his chest, killing him instantly. Holy hell. It happens so quickly before I know it. The spiny appendages have retreated below the surface of the pool, once more carrying Barton's body and the alien casket with them, and the black waters return to stillness. I shiver despite the warmth of the cavern and turn to run without looking back. What the hell? That was such a dumb ending. It has been several weeks and I am still awake, sweating and screaming in the night. I cannot sleep without a moonstone guardian at my bedside, and even then it's a troublesome, disturbed sleep. Every night I relive the terror of those moments in the catacombs. Every night I try to rewrite what happened and save Barton. Every night I fail and watch him die again. I am grateful that at least his sacrifice was not in vain. Those who were under the casket spell, including my friend Verona, have been released. They remember nothing from their ordeal, but seems to be no lingering ill effects. Dr. Robertson says they'll make a full recovery, and yet something still feels unresolved. I cannot shake the feeling that whatever took the casket was not the recipient we intended. I push those thoughts from my mind, but at night my resolve is weaker and the fear takes hold. I can only hope that time will help, but something tells me those wounds will never fully heal. That was not the intended recipient? Okay. Ending number 2, disturbed sleep. I'm tormented by the memory of Barton Potter's death, but Undermore is safe once more. Yeah, I don't know about that. Alright, so Barton is now dead. Audrey's dead now too, because the casket was not opened. Thaddeus White is alive. Okay, so he runs away. He's ashamed of the part he played. Bro, you run a damn... I don't know. That's a dumb... Alright, so everybody can either die, go insane, or be alive, except for the kitty who can or cannot be rescued. Which we had to rescue him. Interesting. Alright, let's do another ending. We're just trying to do all endings. Or at least the ones we know of. We got ending 7 and 4. Okay, so the epilogue is basically just finding all the rest of the items. Okay, main menu. And day 18. Okay, I guess we don't need those items to finish, I don't think. Kitty. Okay, so now we're going to try to summon the beast of the bleak stones. Okay, so Barton will die. Did we, like, do that right? I feel like we didn't really have a choice. There's basically 2 items. One to fight fire and one to levitate. Let me see. Wait a minute. It says at the end we were supposed to use the Gris artifact to protect him. But did we get an opportunity to even use that? What is the Gris for again? Ritual should not be performed by those who've not studied the Wisik art, common to suffer burns. It says we need to use the link first, which is for levitation, which we did. Then the ward, which was to protect from fire. But then it said at the end you'll need to use the Gris artifact. But it didn't give us an opportunity. That didn't prompt, right? To use the Gris artifact. You get an achievement from this ending too, the Skull of Blen Cathra. The hell, I feel like we may have missed something there. Let me try that again, because I don't feel like that was... I don't feel like it gave us a prompt to use another item. Did I miss something there? Oh crap, I didn't go get the I didn't get the casket yet. Oops. Well, I gotta go get the casket. So what if I use the Gris here instead? In the fire? No, okay. So we're supposed to use the shield. What the hell? There's like nothing. There's no other options for that. A guide I'm looking at alludes to that you're supposed to use the Gris, but it also said something about like you need to. It shouldn't be used by people who aren't wise to the Wiccan art or whatever. But it's like I don't know, we're the wisest one there. I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. All right, let's go for the other ending though. We'll go with the cult ending. It does say you're supposed to use the Gris, but it only prompts for 2 items, so I don't know. Okay, we did Eli's endings. Now we're going to do the crazy priest lady. So now we got to get that thing again. So what was it? It's the... we need the candle, the anchor, and the... that thingy. What? Where's the, where's the chest? Oh, wait. I think it loaded day 19 rather than day 18. We'll try to get this last ending. There are still more endings and sub-endings, but, you know, some of those are based on decisions that you made earlier, which is fine. There's a lot of depth to this, so that's good. Okay, let's get this done. So it seems that Eli was smart enough to know that there was a creature down there. So rather than going down to the catacombs, he wanted to do it from the top. I'm pretty sure like the pit is over the catacombs. Barton doesn't know that, so he gets too close to the creature and dies. But I don't know where the grist comes in. I mean, they act as if we don't have that item, but we do. Maybe we would have had to have used it before to... No, that doesn't make sense. Like, I feel like you should be able to discover that. Okay. So now... This, and this... Thanks, Gordon. Over one. Okay, so now we can go with the crazy cult. As I approached the island in a small rowing boat, I noticed a shrouded figure standing watching me from the shore, the priest. She's lit by flickering orange torchlight, which deepens the red of her cloak and makes her look taller and more threatening somehow. For a brief moment, the dim lighting in her dark eye shadow make me think that she is one of them. But the flame flickers across the whites of her eyes as I get closer to the moment, and the moment passes. Welcome! Do you have the sacrament? I nod, and she helps me steady the boat as I climb out. Together we walk slowly up to the small beach in search of the bleak stones. A small ring made of slabs of gray slate, the largest of which, the king stone, is only waist height. It's not hard to find. Fear hits my gut as we get closer, and I see something I had not expected. Spread out around the perimeter of the stones, dozens of the priest's followers standing motionless, their heads bowed. The casket will be opened, and when it is, we shall be spared Holgar's wrath. Her followers let out a cheer that is more of a bloodthirsty roar. The priest gestures towards the 4 stone plinths arranged in a semicircle in the center of the ring of slate. Arrange the sacrament while I prepare. Okay, so we need the sun, the sun bond. We need the strength. These are all having to be opposing things, like we did before. And then the... Yeah, there we go. What? Wait, hold on. Oh wait, they have the creepy ones. My bad. My bad, ma'am. My first day doing a crazy sacrifice. My bad. Okay, we need the weaving edge in autumn. We need the sun bond in summer. I was right about that. The vestiger in winter and the Slithian charm. Spring. What the hell's the vestiger? Flames burn pale blue in their presence. That thing. I need the Slithian charm. I thought that was it. Carved out of wood, but more powerful designs are planetary metals. No two one are identical. They're warm and tingly to the touch when it's raining. Oh. Slithian charm. As I've been preparing the sacrament, the priest has built a small pyre of tightly packed wood about waist height next to the largest of the stones. I hear the crows cry and another. I join the congregation in looking up to see a swirling mass of shapes, ravens. The priest produces a mask from within her cloak and places it over her face. The imposing atmosphere builds in intensity, and I take a deep breath to calm my pulse. Oh damn, she's got the mask. Let us begin. Oh damn. As she says these words, the damp pyre erupts into flame. Whether by some trick or magic, I cannot say, but the priest, with her torch, is some distance away. Her dark eyes sparkle behind the pale mask. Great Holgar, I bring you light and life. I bring you spring and summer, autumn and winter on this day of reckoning. Rhythmic chanting begins to sound across the circle. And now the casket. Her eyes lock with mine, and I feel suddenly weak under her gaze. She reaches out a hand unexpectedly. How does she know I have the casket? Well, because you told her, dude, when you got there in the boat. The chanting dies and is replaced by odd whispers as the acolytes catch on. I flounder, not knowing what to do, but I decide the only thing I can do is surrender to her power. There you go, ma'am. I kneel and offer up the Analian casket to the priest. I have waited long for this moment. She takes the casket from me and places it reverently atop the king's stone. As she turns to face me, I feel a sudden chill down my spine. She's holding the weaving edge. Holgar, I give this gift of life that is not mine to give. Yeah, we're going to be a sacrifice, great. Cold fear grips me as I realize how naive I have been. She didn't bring me here to be saved by Holgar's protective embrace. She brought me as a sacrifice. She advances calmly towards me with the blade held at her side, pale mask wet with rain and shining in the light from the pyre. The chanting rises in volume and intensity. I must act quickly. Corvan's Might or Saint Cedric's Thunder. Oh damn, this actually might be the good ending if we could stop her. Let's try to be good. What would help? Corvan's might smite her. Saint Cedric's Thunder. What could it be? Saint Cedric's Thunder. That would harness the power of lightning, or Corvan's Might. Let's get the lightning going. Which was, oh god, what was that thing? This thing. Let's try the thunder. I bring out the small wooden box as the priest lunges towards me. There's no time to think. I rip open the lid and let loose the power contained within. An almighty thunderclap erupts from the box in my hands, and a flash of bright white blinds me for a moment. When I recover, I see devastation before me. Thin white smoke and the smell of ozone fill the air. The king's stone is cracked in two, and a twisted body lays on the ground nearby. But to my horror, the priest is unharmed. Standing next to the wreckage of the king's stone and her fallen acolyte, she whirls towards me with madness in her eyes and her cloak swirling behind her like a wave of blood. I try to run, but strong arms grab me from behind, and I am unable to move. Great Holgar, whose rage is endless, we offer to you this blood of sacrament to prove our devotion to you. Protect us from what is to come. The last thing I see in the world is the priest's face, eyes wide behind the horned skull mask, as she brings the knife sweeping down and plunging straight into my heart. The casket has been opened. The priest performed the sacrament. With the blood of the sacrifice, and her congregation was spared. But they soon learned that Holgar's bloodlust was never satiated, and he cared little for them. It is only a matter of time before they turn on their leader. My part in the story, such as it was, is over, and in the end I was led astray by the promises of a dangerous fanatic, and I paid the price. Oh, everybody's cursed. Look at that. Oh, not everybody. He is resilient and resourceful, striving and thriving for the kitty. Okay, I'm willing to do one more time with a different item with her. Or maybe not. I guess we're kind of out of time. Alright, there are a couple more endings then, like one with the guy. Try the other one now? Fine, fine, fine. I think there could be an option to save Eli, and there could be an option to save her. We do have to go to Deconstruction Simulator, though, chat. But fine, I'm willing, I'm willing, I'm willing. I'm willing to try, I guess. There wasn't enough written about Holgar. Holgar was released and it was just like, Holgar was bad. The end. Like, what? This is a gargantuan beast? This beast that kills other beasts and that's it? You're just gonna be like, meh. Okay, so now I guess we'll go back to the lady. It seems like if we could stop her and that cult, that might be the best ending, is to like face her directly. Oh, not that way. Oh no, give me the bad vibes. I clicked wrong. Yeah, I literally could have just walked from here to there. Okay. So it was the this thing and this thing and this thing. And what was the winter one? Oh yeah, the Vestiger. Oh, what was that? Damn it, I forgot. That thing. Okay, now we have the casket, putting that on the Kingstone. And now let's try Corvin's Might. Switch that up. I brandish the Corvin's Might, hoping that the threat will be enough to deter the priest, but she whirls towards me with madness in her eyes, red cloak swirling like a wave of blood. She lunges at me faster than I'm ready for, and I barely manage to avoid the blade as her arm comes scything towards me. On her second attack, the weaving edge plunges into my shoulder and I cry out in pain, but somehow I keep hold of the bloodstone totem in the other hand. With one last desperate act, I conjure Corvin's power and direct it at the crazed priest. There is a bright flash, and I am sent reeling backwards. The priest crumples to the floor, dead. A cheer goes up around the circle, and I'm horrified to see an acolyte run forward and dip the weaving edge in the priest's blood. I shudder to see their coldness laid bare. These people do not care who is sacrificed to save their skins as long as it's not them. The acolyte takes the dripping red blade and plunges it into the casket, and the world goes black. The casket has been opened. We fulfilled the sacrament and were spared, but with the priest dead, the spell has been broken, and the congregation began to splinter. I was never really one of them, but there were some who look to me for leadership now. They seem to think I am more dangerous than I really am. I shudder to think what will happen when they find out I am not. With the priest dead, the spell has been broken, and the congregation began to splinter. Wait, what? Wait, the casket was open, though, releasing their god. And then they're just like, whatever. What? That's like counterintuitive. These people all believe in this godly beast. The casket is opened, and then they're just like, what? That makes no sense. Curse when the casket opened. Some people, it's weird how some people escape, though. It's kind of the same ending, but just slightly different. I put my trust in the serpent-tongued priest and vengeful god. I must reap the consequences. It was like slightly different. This time we just didn't die. And we became the priest, but... They did all this stuff to conjure this god, and then they were just like, okay, we're done now, bye. But then everybody's cursed? That's so weird. But we broke the... That was horrible. Casket was opened, but then, like, the curse was broken and everyone broke off, but then at the end it said everybody was cursed. So I was like, what? I guess it was the opposite thing. People who believed in Holgar were then set free, and then everybody else was enslaved. Because that lady did say that you would be protected or whatever. Like Holgar would protect you, but it's like, okay, well, enjoy surviving the end of the world then. All right, let's try to save Eli now. Let's see if we can get a better ending. This thing and... Let me just check real quick. Okay, and then we need that. Yeah, Kitty makes it, so I guess every ending's the good ending, because I haven't seen the Kitty. Kitty has not made it. Well, I guess we already got the good ending when we rescued Kitty, like, you know, 2 episodes ago. Okay, so now let's go back to Eli. We'll get the Eli ending now. Kitty is Holgar. Oh, you could be right. Okay, now we're going to try to get what we think is maybe the better good ending. Oh, I guess we haven't summoned him yet. We gotta wait till he tells us to go to the pit. I also feel like... I'm not sure what's going on with that ending with Barton, though, going down in the catacombs, because... there seems to be only one ending for him. We go down there and he dies and that's it. But, like, with the priest lady, there was... like, we had 2 choices towards the end. And we have 2 choices with Eli, too. To either, like, stun lock him or, like, give him the thing that lets him hover. But with Barton, we didn't get that choice. We hover across the chasm, shield ourselves from fire, and then he just dies. So I don't know if there was something we were supposed to do earlier. I'm looking at a guide and it doesn't say anything about that. Other than that, there should be an opportunity to use the Gris. Let me see. To get Barton's ending, you must give him the Bebelia. when he came to your shop in day 13, which we did. We gave him that so he could read the text. And then that's why he was cursed with Braxis or whatever. On day 18, after getting the casket, go to the catacombs, click the giant skull. When prompted, put down the casket. Then you'll need to use the Dradius Link to hover, the Siren Ward to protect from fire. At the end, you'll need to use the Gris artifact. That never comes up. And then that dude just dies. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't see anything else we were supposed to do. Okay. So now we got to give this guy 4 items. So that is the... Okay. The sun... Strength. Weakness. Nope. Wait, one one's weakness. That one. And the moon. And in the middle of that thing. Okay, so now the people are coming. Let's hit him with the Wysick Cord. You been playing the KCD2 blacksmith stuff? Nice. Stateman, thanks for the tier 1 sub, man. Alright, let's use the Wysick Cord. I don't know if this is us doing bad or us trying to protect him. I'm not sure. I bring up the Wysick Cord as the Thaumaturge realizes what's happening. He lunges at me, but he's too slow. His body stiffens and falls to the ground. I'm surprisingly calm now that I've given in to the casket's dark power. Oh. But a raucous chorus of shrieks and cries breaks me from my reverie. The mob is upon me. As I look out at the manic faces buying for blood, my gaze lands on one that is calmer than the others. I'm surprised to find that I recognize her. It's Verona Green, the occult scholar. Wait. The apprentice begins to understand. She holds up her hand and the group comes to a stop, all staring at me with their lifeless black eyes. You see now, it's inevitable. The casket will be opened. I barely hear her. My mind is filled with one thought only. Slowly, savoring the moment, I reach down and open the clasp that holds the Nalian casket shut. The mob cheers, but I don't even notice. Time slows. The rushing roar of my own heartbeat fills my ears. I open the casket. Dark power flows through me. The rhythms and worries of my former life are meaningless to me now. It is hard to remember even what they were. Devastation and darkness surround me, but I feel nothing. Why should I care? Even the nameless gods bow to me now. I am immortal. I am powerful. I am a god. Yeah, okay. Seductive power. The power of the casket could not be contained. I fear nothing. I feel nothing. I think we've got most of the endings. I think there are a couple of more, but we got the secret one, and I guess the best of the endings so far has just basically been, unfortunately, Eli dying, but I feel like there might not be a way around that? Or who knows, maybe Eli's not even dead and there'll be strange Antiquities too, where magically he was transported to the Shadow Realm, like whatever, who knows, you know, they can rewrite these things anyway. All right, we're gonna go live to Deconstruction Simulator right now. Thanks guys for watching Strange Antiquities. This was a delight, even better than Strange Horticulture, which was really unique and a very, very, very fun and very good game. Just give me a minute to get our next stream ready for YouTube. Thank you guys again for subscribing and following the channel, and we're just gonna switch games real quick. And that was a lot of fun. A great, like, kind of early horror month horror game. More creepy. Not really anything scary, but just definitely creepy of the occult. And that's quite fun, too, for those of you who are a little, you know, if you're a little scaredy cat, that's still not that crazy. So anyway, we'll be back in just a moment for Deconstruction Simulator. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. And, yeah, thank you very much for helping on some of those puzzles, too. Let's see. Deconstruction. Do I have that? Let's see. Deconstruction. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Doing the evil side of YouTube now, chat. You're behind the scenes where I'm having to get my thumbnails ready. Yes, pure evil. Yes. And let's see. And let's try this one. Deconstruction. Ah, good, good. Perfect. Okay. And then actually, let's do this. I can try to do it this way. That'll do. And then as for our midday stream after this, I'm not sure what we'll do. We'll try to do something multiplayer, though. I know Emma and BK and Arctic Jane, everybody else wants to play something. So it might be Parkitect, because Parkitect's had new DLC, or we'll come back to Roadcraft. Either way, I want to play something with Nicholas. And I do know Nicholas does have Parkitect, and there's new DLC for that. My favorite, bestest game ever. Let's see. All right, that should be good. All right, I'll see you all in a bit.